And good morning from Douglas Premier Inn. I'm not sure if this will be a separate video or if this will be just the second part. Yesterday we were on the Ferry in the Ben-my-Chree, and today we are on the MV Manxman, the very new ferry. It was built in 2023, it's 2025 now, so I'm absolutely buzzing to get on board. As you can tell, I'm in a Premier Inn. I've had a nice sleep, although I will show you this actually. I don't really complain about stuff, but okay, open the bed. You can see there, either I'm hoping, well, I got to sleep last night by telling myself that was chicken korma, but it could have been vomit or something like that, so not good at all. I'm not sure if that's been washed but not checked, or if it's just been left from the person before, which is minging, so not good crack at all. Yeah, just sort of ruined your night. I had to put a towel down just so I didn't touch it. Yeah, absolutely disgusting. But yes, it is very early in the morning, and the reason I would love to have stayed here, I was actually planning on doing an actual video on the Isle of Man, but then I've got a couple of texts from the Isle of Man steam packet. The first was to change my original sailing to the Ben-my-Chree for operational reasons. Could somebody please tell me genuinely in the comments below what that is, because the Manxman was just alongside when we came in. You've probably just saw that. Why did they change that when the other ferry's there? I'm not sure. And then I got a text 2 days ago on Tuesday saying, oh, by the way, your ferry is going to be cancelled in the evening because of the tides. Now, do they not know the tide schedule, like, for infinity? Like, genuinely? So basically, the evening sailing's cancelled. I wasn't then moved automatically onto another one, so I was like, oh my days, I'm ever going to be trapped in Isle of Man, I'm going to have to fly back. Like, obviously, I would have got my money back. So I've rang up the Isle of Man steam packet. To be fair, absolutely easy peasy. I was on the phone, like literally I was waiting for 1 second, and then they picked up and they've changed me onto the morning ferry. So basically I've slept here. I came in about 6 o'clock last night and I'm leaving here in the morning. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to come back to do some proper videos. Anyway, I've forgotten my deodorant, so I'm gonna go to Deals with a Z on the end, which is if you're not in the UK, I think that's what Poundland is called elsewhere. Although I don't know why they don't just call it Poundland, because we're in a crown dependency here. I'm gonna go and get some deodorant. To buy my deodorant, I'm actually gonna use my Manx £5, which is looking a little bit grotty. Still got the Queen on, and the Queen is looking very young. She's been dead for a while, guys, come on. But yes, I went to the cash machine yesterday just because I wanted to see them again. I was last here about 8 years ago, I think it was, so I need to get rid of this because I'm not sure it's legal standing in the UK itself. Bit of 1984 quote. Ooh. Oh, I don't like that one. Christ is king. Well, I did not know the Bee Gees were from the Isle of Man, so that's pretty cool. It is looking very windy today. Not terrible, but a lot windier from the mill pond that I had yesterday. I am just that far away from the Manxman, and look how cool the I think it's a 1960s or maybe even 1950s sea terminal. It's not a ferry port, it's not a ferry terminal, it's a sea terminal. So better get in there because I've got about 15 minutes to spare now. Security, like there's actually a bag drop, there's actually proper security there with like scanners like an airport. That was the first time I've ever had that on a ferry, and I didn't get it on the way in. Very strange. And the name is now in white because the Manxman there was in gold, and that is tradition for the first year in service, so it's funny it's been changed to white. this is quality. This is just like the old days when I used to be in Oban as a kid. You never used to have big fences. You could get right up close like that. So it's absolutely brilliant to be close to such a massive vessel. Can't wait to get on board and enjoy this journey. It's massive and it's heaving, so I'm not doing much talking in here. Right, we're on board now, and we're just looking over the stern of the Manxman, and first impressions, as I always say, always count, and this is an absolutely lovely ferry compared to the Ben. The Ben's just showing its age, but the one downside, and I knew this before getting on, is the lack of deck space. I'm here on the top deck. Well, you can't even get on the top deck. There it is there. That's deck 10 on the roof, but this is deck 9 here. And deck 9 has got an absolutely poultry little corner. You can't even get on the other side because it's all boarded off and says crew only. So that is the one downside of these newer ferries as well, but absolutely beautiful on the inside. Like, they've really done an excellent job of the passenger accommodation. I just don't understand, guys, why you don't just have a little bit more outer deck space. Would be great. So anyway, I'm going to go inside. I've bogsy the seat, but is absolutely heaving at the bow where I'm sat, so I might move into the restaurant at the back where I've just walked through. I'll try and do a tour. I've got 4 hours on this bad boy. I'll try and do a tour for it as well, but I'm just going to sit and watch us depart, which should be genuinely 15 minutes time now, so I've got plenty of time to burn, but everybody seems to be inside. Nobody's out here really.
Doors are closed secure. Main engines online and the vessel is ready for sea. Weather on passage northeasterly winds force 6. And a moderate becoming slight sea, so it will be a comfortable crossing.
It didn't work on camera, but they do work. I've been looking at some people walking down the promenade there in Douglas from that, as you do. But yeah, we're about to set sail. We're actually about 10 minutes now ahead of schedule. Wind speed, it'll be Beaufort scale 6, so strong breeze that is. So should be alright. That's about 25 to 30 miles an hour, about 21 to 26, 27 knots, I think. Somebody correct me.
across from there.
The other one just follows on to 88 after there's no reserve sticker. Hello, strictly no smoking.
So I've just moved into the eatery, as it's called. It's got the restaurant. One thing I noticed, it's the same guys who are on the Ben-my-Chree, and I have looked this up, but they don't have living on board, a bit like Calmac and other ferry companies, where people are on either 1 or 2 weeks on and they live on the ship. I think the Isle of Man, most of them live on shore and come aboard, so it's a bit funny being on a totally different ship but with the same staff. But yes, I'm just in here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's brand new, basically brand new, and it's a lot quieter in here than in the front, and I have got myself a nice little window seat. There is a little bit of movement on this in a 4.6, but with a ferry this size, and that's the thing. I mentioned gross tonnage on the Ben-my-Chree. The Ben is 12,500-ish. I'm doing this all from memory. This is 24,000, is basically double gross tonnage. Like I said, that isn't mass, that isn't weight, but that is like the space on board. So this can actually take exactly double the amount of passengers as well. It's 1,000 passengers as opposed to 500. So even though the front is very busy, I do think though it's a Friday today, and I do think actually I think with the one this afternoon cancelled, they've obviously got double the amount of people on board. So I wonder if this is normal. Could you tell us that in the comments below? Yeah, if this is normal. Anyway, I've got a sausage sandwich, which isn't even on the menu. They've got loads of like normal evening food. I am not having a curry at this time, especially after that chicken korma on me premier in bed last night, minging. But yes, if you're enjoying this video, like I said, please do subscribe. Please leave a comment below. It massively helps. Cheers. Also very high tech, we've got ourselves a little buzzer, so I'm waiting for me sausage sarnie. Well, I'm back outside. I can never stay inside for too long. This is an absolutely comfortable ride, I've got to say that. The wave height isn't too bad, obviously, but still in this there's limited movement, so the stabilizers are obviously doing their job. It's obviously a very well built, well thought out ferry. Also, I do like, I'm going to say a good thing about the outside space. Deck 7, so I'm on the lowest level. There's deck 7 and deck 8 for passenger accommodation. Deck 9 is crew stuff, but then there is a passenger outdoor deck. I've just seen there, this is the one thing I was going to say. This is lovely, by the way, and on a summer's day, this would be incredible. It's right next to the eatery where I've just been having my sausage sandwich, and I can imagine on a lovely summer's day, you'd be able to sit out on these chairs, and these are a great idea. I do like to lean out over, so I don't think everywhere should have them, but having a bit of glass here does really take the wind chill off this, so I can stand out here pretty warm actually as I look out over the bow, so that's a good thing. Another good thing here was something I was going to whinge about, because of the lack of deck space. When I was on deck 9, the top deck, it stunk of smoke. Everybody was smoking around us, and I was like, if you have more deck space, at least the smoke is spread out, because that is one of my biggest bugbears. You can smoke if you want, but I shouldn't have to inhale your second-hand smoke. But it does say very clearly on the doors, the only doors to this bit, smoking is not permitted on the deck 7 outside deck, which is really good. So if you want to get away from it, you can come down here. So that's really nice. I'm going to do a tour for you now. It is pretty busy. There's also a kids area, so evidently not going to film that bit there. So I'm going to try and do a tour for you. I know on deck 8, most of it you have to pay, so there's the lounges up on there. I think there's 3 different lounges actually, depending on how much you pay. Some of them are a little bit like Stena Plus or P&O Club Lounge, and I think one of them is like if you pay a fee for a year. Somebody tell me if I'm talking absolute rubbish. Yeah, that'd be great. So we're on deck 7. I'm going to go all around deck 7 and then go up to deck 8, and then I'm going to go and finish in my seat that is at the bow. I've left my bag at the bow there. So let's have a little look around, and I'll try not to freak people out with my camera. Deck 7 outdoor area next to the eatery. Let's go. Push lights, by the way. They look lovely when I came in. All of these weird push doors. There is, oh, it's just disappeared. The no smoking sign, there it is from the back. There's a little bit of a bar on this side. Absolutely huge gaming area.
It's alright.
Sitting just in there. Such nice areas. So here we are. Lift. Deck plans. Lots of cabins on deck 8. And deck 9 is just outdoor space. Come from. Really good shot on board here.
Oh yeah, it's on this floor, yeah?
So you can't even get out there. It's all cordoned off. Some interior stairs. Loads of toilets.
There's no way we don't get
The busiest bit where I'm sat. What amazing views over the Bowery. It's absolutely incredible.
Take him out of the league when I'm walking. But he is, it's a black and green.
Free water, there's another one of those. Can't go in there because I'm not a dog. Oh, there's a nice little doggy room. Nice, that's great. I'm not going down that bit, but the bar is up there. That is a brilliant kids area. Right, let's go up the main stairs. All of the cabins on deck 8. Lovely rooms. Right, touch card access. Oh, I can get in. Amazing. So this is one of the deck 8 lounges, the executive club. Evidently far too poor to go in there. That looks beautiful. Really nice. No toilet. I mean, it's like a spa. It's very similar to. Sorry, I'm not sure I can do this, but that's lovely. Really nice. Lounges. Can't even see him there. Looks similar to the other one. that's not good. Yeah, more toilets, my days. Nice, like a reclined seat lounge in there. That looks lovely. Looks like a spa. Hello, bud. Oh, bless that little lad, was just asking where the shop was. He knows I know where I'm at. I'm in the Newable Lounge. This is lovely. And I don't think this is paid. Oh, it must be actually, they've got zones. This is lovely. And that is about it. I think I'm going to go up the deck 9. I'll just show you these doors. And this is it, yeah. We go with the blue stairs then, not the green stairs. Yes, this is where I was last time. And up. Oh, that is the whole tour of the Manxman. As you can see, it's lovely. Back up to Smokesville, and it is a bit windy out here. Oh, we're getting in at 14:20, which is a little bit earlier. It is freezing out here because you're only allowed on this side on deck 9. The wind is battering in, so I'm going to go inside and go and have a little chill at the front. This lift is absolutely huge as well, and there's loads of them about, so mobility wise there's disabled toilets literally everywhere, so brilliant. Deck 7 is much better. There is no smell of smoke and it's so much more enclosed in a good way. It was freezing up there. Like, honestly, the difference in temperature coming down to this deck here with these windbreakers is like phenomenal. It's actually, I would much prefer sitting out here, so I'm going to sit out here for a little bit instead, I think. Should I get some steam packet merch? I'm too tight today, probably. I was saying I was too tight. I then decided that I wanted one of those t-shirts. I'm desperate for one, and honestly they're not just printed on, it was like embroidered. They were quite cheap actually, and they were a really nice material. They don't have any in my size, bless them. They've checked in the storeroom, and now I've got an email for somebody who works for Isle of Man Steam Packet who orders them in, so really helpful staff as per usual. That's what I always get off that. I've been having a bit of crack on. One of the guys who was on the Ben yesterday was speaking to us there, and he said the operational reason for the swap of the ferry was just routine maintenance on the Manxman, and that was the best time to do it. So yes, I'm just sitting here and I'm reading, obviously, lovely. I'll show you that. So there you go, guys. There's the fleet comparison. Well, we are just arriving at Heysham now. I've just stood out the way. I've brought all my stuff up, my bags just under the cover there. But if I go any further this way, the phone might actually blow out my hand. So I'm going to go and hide round the corner here. Absolutely brilliant journey. I just want to say well done, Isle of Man Steam Packer. You've been a lovely company. You've done a great job with this ferry as well. Really good build. I think it was Ulsan in South Korea this was built. Came out in 2023. It is a credit to your company. My only bit of feedback, positive, like constructive criticism, hoist some stairs there, right, on deck 9, go up onto deck 10 and allow people up on there. That will get people out of the way of this smoking area. Literally, all you need is a bit of stairs there. I know it will not have step-free access to that point, but, you know, other than that, that would be an easy win. You could easily do that, put some stairs just at this point, get people on the top there, especially on a lovely summer's day. It'd be absolutely brilliant. It has been a lovely crossing, even with a little bit of wind, slightest movement. The ships handle it beautifully well, like absolutely incredibly well. I was trying to buy that t-shirt. I sent an email, just sat there. I'm not joking. 10 minutes ago I sent it. They've already got back to me. A lovely woman called Debbie. Well done, Debbie. Give her a raise if you're watching this, bosses. Just getting back to us straight away. Yes, of course. Like, I love that when you're dealing with a company. Yes, of course, we'll send you a t-shirt. Just send us your address and your phone number. We're going to do the payment on the phone. Easy peasy. Like, how good is that? We do skirt round. Oh, another thing to say is you can watch this. You can watch this ferry all of the time. There is a bow cam. Just type in Manxman bow cam. I watch that. I go to sleep sometimes. But you skirt very close to Fleetwood, which is just over there, and you can see the sands as well. So I'll do this without trying to drop my camera. You can see the nuclear power station at Heysham, just through the gap there. We'll be pulling in, and as this is a stern loader only, we'll be spinning around in there, and I love the confines of Heysham Port, so that should be a really fun way to end this. And again, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a subscribe. It's absolutely free. Give this video a like, it massively helps as well. And that gap where my big head is in between is the reason why vessels that operate out of Heysham have to be at a standard called Heysham Max. The Manxman is the biggest type of vessel that can fit in here because of that and because of the depth of the water. This is why you need really precise movement. It's incredible what the captains do on these. The bow thrusters and the stern thrusters being used to make this pirouette as we spin round now to dock stern, that's what I was trying to say, to dock stern in at Heysham. What a great way to end off this video. A comparison between that ferry and this ferry that I'm on. They're going to finish side by side. It's like I planned it. I did not plan this at all. It'll be great to see actually the direct comparison in size of them next to each other. Don't you just love a working port? Yeah, if you're watching this video, you're like me. You do, don't lie. The Manxman is definitely taller. I actually think there is that top deck I was on yesterday of the Ben. I actually think though that that top deck is higher than my point here, but I do think this ferry is just taller by a smidge. Right, I'm going to go downstairs because I am probably going to be late for this coach transfer that we need to have back to the terminal, and I'll chat to you again to sum up my thoughts when I'm on land ashore.
Only. Foot passengers are asked to remain seated, keep stairwells clear, and await further announcement regarding your disembarkation.
It's really, you can book, they do free guided tours on.
Well, it is 3:20. The ferry got in at 2:20. I heard somebody say, this is always the worst part. And for the people who are wanting the train transfer, that's been cancelled. But fair dues, Isle of Man's team packers have said they're putting on their own coaches, the ones that have just brought us off the ferry, just over there. And you can get on there and they will take you to Lancaster station. So yeah, that was absolutely class apart from the coach transfer. It took absolutely ages for the foot passengers, as per usual, on the other end. But yes, I am here now in Heysham. And I just want to say thank you so much again for watching this video again. Please subscribe, it's absolutely free. And like the video below, that would be absolutely brilliant. And see you in the next one. Bye bye.